All right, today we're going to be talking about complementary angles. Complementary angles. Okay, Ms. Rojas, thanks for letting me know. Hope all is well. Complementary angles. Okay, complementary angles are super cool. They're super, super cool. The math I get to show you today, the first part is super easy. Like, even if you're not really good at math, the first part's like super, 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 super easy. Promise you, it's probably the easiest math I've shown you all year, or maybe the second easiest. Then the other part gets a little bit tricky, but not terrible. Not terrible. All right. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90 degrees, as in a right angle. Okay, complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. Well, we learned Monday, 90 degrees looks like the corner of your paper, right? So this right here is called a right angle. This is called a right angle. But if you split it and you create two angles, let's say angle A and angle B, and you have these two angles, and these two angles, when you add them, gives you 90 degrees, we call these angles complementary angles. So if you have two angles that when you put them together adds up to 90 degrees, we call those angles complementary. We call those angles complementary. Okay, so angle A and angle B are complementary angles because when you put them together, they equal 90 degrees. If you have one single angle that equals 90, then you call that a right angle because it's just one angle. If you have two, it's called complementary. They're special angles because together, they give you 90 degrees. Okay? So let me show you an easy problem. Okay? So if I have, what looks like 90 degrees, but I split it, all right? And I say that this angle is X degrees and this angle's 24 degrees. Okay? So here we have, I'm trying to solve for X. I'm trying to solve, well, what is this angle, mystery angle, equal to? Well, how you do this is you set up equations. And yes, trust me when I ask you to set up equations, because when they get harder, you're going to rely on setting up equations. But Miss Amelie, I could just subtract and get my answer. I know that. I know. But there's a reason why I want you to do it this way. Trust in the system. Okay, so back in October, we taught you how to do this. So all you have to do is, since it says plus 24, you're going to subtract 24 on this side and subtract 24 on this side, right? So we have 90 minus 24. Make sure you borrow correctly. Huge. 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6 equals, we just bring down your X. So therefore, the angle X is equal to 66 degrees. Angle X is equal to 66 degrees. All right. That's it. That's why I said it's like super easy math.
Wait, isn't it 76?
And no, because we had to borrow here, which is
a
great question right here, right? Whoa, hello, camera. Oh no, wait. Remember, it's 90 minus 24, so I can't do 0 minus 4, can't do that. So the 0 becomes a 10, right? And then we borrow, so that becomes an 8, right? So 66. All right. right, let's try another one. So let's say we have x and 31 degrees. All right. So we have x plus 31 equals 90 degrees. All right, in 1 second. We're just going to solve this by subtracting 31 on this side. Again, borrow. Show your work for borrowing. We get 59 is equal to x, right? So here's where I say like super easy math, right? Right, super easy. All right, Miss Celine, no worries. Okay, so let's now do, so these are like level 1, super easy. Now let's do some harder ones. All right. We have two angles that add up to 90 degrees. You know they're called complementary. Let's say I have 15 is this one, and then this one is x plus 20. X plus 20. So what we do is we're going to go 15 plus x plus 20 is equal to 90 degrees. So this is where this is why I wanted you to write equations, because when they get longer like this, you're going to rely on your skills of solving equations because they get harder, and this is what's going to help you solve them. So if I draw my bars, now there's two ways to do it. You can move one number at a time, minus 15, then minus 20. You can do that. You can do one step at a time. Or you can put these two numbers together. So we have 15 plus 20 is 35, right? Plus x equals 90, right? You could put these two numbers together. And since it says plus 20, 15 plus 20 is 35. That's one way of doing it, okay? Then we're going to do minus 35, right? Now that we have a single number, we're going to do minus 35. So we have x equals, then I'm going to borrow, just like we have, gives you 55 degrees, okay? So this one's just a little bit harder because you have to put these two numbers together. That's it. It's not like, oh my God, this is super hard. It's not. It shouldn't be. At least it shouldn't be. All right. Okay. Let's do another one like this. What if I have x minus 30 and this one is 20 degrees? So what you do is you write, oh gosh, can I change this to, can I change this to 50 degrees? Can I change that to 50 degrees? Trust me, you want to change it to 50 degrees. All right, so we just set it up. X minus 30, we have a plus 50 equals 90, right? So there's two ways to do it. You can put these two numbers together and figure what that is, or you can move each number at a time. I'm going to move each number at a time for this one. I'm going to go minus 50 minus 50. That gives me 40 is equal to x minus 30 because I haven't used this. Here, so this is the like different ways of solving it. One way is to put them together. The second way is moving them one at a time. It's a little bit more work, but it might lead you to the right answer. Then here, it says minus 30. So you got to do the opposite. The opposite of minus 30 is to add 30. Add 30. So we have x is equal to 70. Okay? So again, this is like the harder ones. It just involves, just go slow, do one number at a time if that feels more comfortable to you. Here, if you put these two together, you would have gone 20. Now, if you said 80, you're on the wrong path. Not 80, because it's a minus 30. All right, now let's do one a little bit harder. All right, so we have 48 degrees on the top, and then 5x minus 3 on the bottom. 5x minus 3. Woo! So you set up your problem, 48 plus 5x minus 3 equals 90. All right? Now, you could have done two ways. You can put the 48 minus 3 together, 48 minus 3, or you can move one number at a time. However you want to do it. I'm going to move one number at a time. I'm going to do 3 first, so I'm going to add 3. Why do I add 3? Because there's a minus there. I got to do the opposite. So I get 93 is equal to 5x plus 48. So now, in order to move the 48, I got to do subtract 48. This is what we learned back in like, a million years ago, right? Oh, I got a bar over here. This is 13. This is an 8. 45 equals 5x. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X equals 9. X equals 9. All right. Any questions?